We cannot be here today. I will be introducing you the trees and orchard in our orchard virtually. So come on closer. Thank you to Dr. Francis Domani for video taping this one or taking the video for this one. Um, this I will not be able to do this on my own. So this is orchard right here. To the left side, or if you are facing the greenhouse, hydroponics, this is to the right side of the greenhouse. Okay, we call this a citrus orchard. It's not really citrus that's all here. There are plenty more of other fruits. As we just call it citrus orchards because the first two rows of trees here are citrus. So here, if you look at your maps, I sent you a map so you can look over it. This is this row here are citruses, and this is the sunki. I'm sorry. This is the this is a tangerine. Is it? Yes, it goes this way. This is the tangerine. Okay. Row number one, plant number one, tangerine, another tangerine, and then a Dancy tangerine. This is Fremont Dancy tangerine, the honey tangerine, and then the very last one there that is very thick is a citrus that we use for rootstock. So we don't eat them, they don't taste good, they're very sour, but they produce a lot of seeds. So we harvest them when they're ripe, and then we collect the seeds and plant them. So these ones are nicely pruned just a couple of weeks ago, and now we're just trying to make sure that the tree stays low so it's easy to harvest. So come on up here. So this row in particular, this is our another citrus row, starting with calamansi. So this is a cross between two citruses, and the fruit is only gets up to this size and a little bigger. They're very sour, but they make a really good addition to shoyu and vinegar if you want to make a sauce for meats. This would be a really good one, and it's mojitos. And at one point in time, the hotels in the Waikoloa area bought this one and mixed them in their juices. I mean, not juices, but drinks. So many mosquitoes here. Aren't you glad you're not here today? Come on. Then we have the Meyer lemons. Okay. Lemons. If life presents with a lot of lemons, what do? Make lemonade. So these are Meyer lemons, the only one on this orchard. And then the next one are your oranges. Okay, so they have calamansi, the lemon Meyer, then the grapefruit, tangelo, the navel oranges, and then another rootstock called Cleopatra. Okay, next on another citrus, a calamansi on this side. This is another one. The nice thing about this calamansi is they fruit all year round. So once you get this fruiting, it will not stop. So the only thing is, again, keep it low, and then we'll show you how to prune them very properly so that it's nice and it stays low, and then the open is open-centered, kind of open-centered kind of pruning, yeah. And then another citrus here. I don't know what this was because this used to be a blank one here. And then the next one here, a huge citrus tree, is called jabong, also called pomelo in Southeast Asia. So this one's supposed to have really big, nice big fruits. Right now there's only a couple of them and they don't look very nice, so we may have to fertilize them well. Okay, more oranges that way. And then here we have, this row is a family of the sapote family. So starting with egg fruit. If you haven't had it before, egg fruits are, here's one. egg fruits are named egg fruit because when you eat it, it looks like a fruit from, or you know, that yellow, the yellow portion of the egg. What is that yellow portion of the egg? The egg white and the egg yolk. So when you eat this one, you eat when it's soft, and it is very sweet. The thing is, have you had this before, Francis?
Yeah, I had.
Yeah, tisa.
Tisa,
We
yeah,
call
in
it
the Philippines,
in
yeah.
the Philippines, tisa, and it's it has a nice brown seed in the middle. Only one. A lot of people, it's like a love and hate kind of thing. Um, if you love it, you really love it. If you hate it, you don't really hate it. When you just ate it, don't smile because this will stick on your teeth. And who would like to have yellow teeth? Yeah. Yum. There you go. And it tastes like boiled sweet potato. Look. Anyway, this is abio. Abio is also one of our rare fruits around here. I mean, not quite rare. I mean, I see a lot of people growing this fruit. They are green when they're not ripe, but they become really nice and yellow, plump yellow over there. When you slice it, it looks like a star apple. Okay? Then more sapote there, the red sapote and the chico, the brown sugar tasting sapote. If you haven't had it before, it's really nice. And then the tall one is the star apple. Very common in Southeast Asia and the Philippines too. A lot of monkeys come up on that tree, and if it's too tall, you can't harvest it. Monkeys will harvest and it will just give you a like that. It's like a weapon for a lot of monkeys. Next one this is a row of longans, the BQ longans. We haven't seen a lot of fruits this year, but the tree is humongous, and if left alone, this tree could be really giant. So you really have to make sure that you trim them, prune them properly, because these trees are expansive. There are tricks to make this fruit. We haven't tried it here, but they said that by accident they discovered that, you know, the fumes from firecrackers can actually make this thing fruit. So just like smoke can make this thing fruit too. So, next row. Follow me. The next row is one of my favorite fruits to eat, only because they're really sweet. So this is cherry moya tree. Not very, they look okay, but they're not really doing well right now. Probably needs a lot of fertilization too. It is one of the best tasting anonas in that family or in that genus, but sadly it's not really fruiting. So and then we have another one here. Jake planted this one. I think it's one of the anonas. I forgot. I think this is Atimoya. And then we have another one. So the rest of this here there's one sour sop right in the end. Next is your avocados. This one is Charwill avocado, and then the rest of the avocados here. So this is Charwill. This one is Hayes avocado. This is a thing that you probably will get rid of because the fruit is kind of watery and it's not very tasty. It's not as creamy as the other avocados in this row. So this avocado here, this is Hayes, and this is Kahalu. Kahalu avocado. So this one, nice thing about this is very creamy. The flesh is thick and the seed is really small. They fruit at this time of the year, and so is with the next one here is this is Malama. The Malama avocados. They're nice too, and they turn purple as they ripen. Okay, so right now they are not yet ready for harvest. You can tell because the fruit is quite shiny still. That means when they're shiny, they're still not not the right stage to harvest. So once you harvest them, they turn purple, and they will ripen in a couple of days. The last row in this orchard are the guava family. The guava family starts with the wax apple. This wax apple is very, they they just shoot as soon as you prune them. As soon as you prune this particular tree, they just shoot up like crazy too. So they grow so much here. They grow a lot of fruits. They bear a lot of fruits, but because the fruits are so high up there, it's quite very difficult to harvest. So that's one of the not so good things about this, and they're very perishable. So you handle it with care, and as soon as you harvest it, the next day they're not good anymore. So more guavas here. This is probably the red supreme guava. Red supreme meaning, I think the middle of this is red. Right there. Very sweet. I do like to eat the breaker stage one, meaning the stage before actually ripens, because it is soft and crunchy. This one is kind of too soft for me. Yum. Then more guavas up here. There's guava, another red supreme. This guava is so ugly, it needs to be taken out of here. It never really fruited well. And this is the bodhisattva. The fruit sticks on the branches. We haven't had really good harvest this year. As soon as they fruit, we forgot about it, and then I think at this point in time it's quite very late to harvest them. They've been attacked by a lot of fruit flies. And then the last one there is, as you all know and very familiar, very common here in our islands, that's the mountain apple. Okay, that's all for this one. We will proceed to the other orchards. You can pause from here or stop.